no exit. Upon learning her estranged mother is dying, recovering drug addict Darby escapes her rehab facility, steals an orderly's car, and begins a frantic drive from Sacramento to Salt Lake City. When fierce snowfall closes the road, however, a highway patrol officer directs Darby to a remote visitor center to wait out the storm with stranded drivers Ash, Lars, former nurse Sandy Lowry, and Sandy's husband Ed, a retired Marine. While outside searching for cell service, Darby hears a captive girl screaming for help from a van. Unable to get into the van or call 911, Darby takes a photo of the van's Nevada license plate and returns inside to try to identify the kidnapper. Everyone plays cards together. Based on his skittish behavior and him identifying a Nevada destination, Darby concludes Lars is the kidnapper. Darby goes to the restroom and tries to send a text with a license plate photo, but it doesn't go through. Darby sneaks outside and gets inside the van. Darby sees that the captive girl is wearing a medical alert bracelet. Lars also enters the van, forcing Darby to hide. Lars calls the girl Jay and mentions taking her to Uncle Kenny's. After Lars goes back to the visitor's center, Darby promises to come back for Jay and also exits the van. Darby privately tells Ash about Lars and the kidnapped girl. Darby and Ash realize Lars knows Darby found out about the girl after Lars finds her footprints in the snow near his van. Darby sneaks back to the van and removes Jay's duct tape gag. Jay reveals two men kidnapped her. Darby spots Ash with Lars and realizes they are working together. Darby tries to flee, but Ash captures her at gunpoint. Meanwhile, Lars tries to distract Sandy and Ed, the latter of whom suspects something strange is going on. Ash tells Darby that he and Lars are holding Jay for ransom. Sandy interrupts their encounter, so Ash forces Darby to play it off as though they are being romantically intimate. Everyone reconvenes at the card table. Ash, Lars, and Darby all notice Jay escaping the van outside. Darby lures Ash into a restroom where she tries to attack him, but Ash subdues her. Lars interrupts, allowing Darby a moment to steal their keys. Ash forces Darby to help look for Jay in the woods. Darby learns Ash is actually helping Uncle Kenny traffic children, although Lars naively believes they are helping Jay find a better home. Ash fires his gun when Darby falls down an embankment and slips away. The gunshot draws Ed's attention. Ed sees Jay collapsed in the snow outside and brings her into the visitor center where Sandy can help treat her. Darby returns to the building and tells Ed and Sandy what Ash and Lars are really up to. From outside, Ash and Lars engage in a standoff with Ed. With Jay in danger of dying from her illness, Ed and Darby bargain to return the van keys in exchange for Jay's medicine. Ash instead retrieves a gas can and threatens to set the building on fire. Jay regains consciousness and recognizes Sandy as her wealthy family's disgruntled housemaid. A flashback shows Sandy helped plot Jay's abduction. Sandy tearfully tells Ed she was trying to fix a financial crisis he didn't know about. Ash and Lars enter the visitor center to hold Ed at gunpoint while Sandy administers Jay's medicine. Sandy tries to explain Jay's abduction as a simple ransom, and she is stunned when Darby reveals Ash is actually involved in child trafficking. Ash shoots Ed and Sandy. He then uses a nail gun to pin Darby's wrist to a wall. Having stolen her phone, Ash taunts Darby by showing her texts confirming her mother's death. However, Ash also discovers Darby's distress text finally went through. Ash threatens to shoot Jay with a nail gun unless Darby reveals where the van keys are. Darby confesses the keys are stashed in a restroom. Ash tasks Lars with holding the two girls at gunpoint while he retrieves the keys. Darby tells Jay to turn off the lights to distract Lars. Darby uses a claw hammer to pry herself free from the wall. Darby then wrestles the gun away from Lars. Ash re-enters to find Darby holding Lars hostage. Ash fires his nail gun, but inadvertently shoots Lars in his head. While Ash watches Lars die, Darby escapes to her car with Jay. Darby tries to drive away, but Ash shoots out a tire with a nail gun, which causes Darby to crash. Ash sets the visitor center on fire. A police officer arrives at the scene. Darby fires a bullet at Ash, so the cop fires a bullet into Darby. Ash recovers and shoots to kill the cop. Ash tries to shoot Darby, but discovers his gun is out of bullets. Darby stabs Ash in the neck with a screwdriver she pocketed earlier. She then crawls to the dead officer and uses his radio to call for help. Darby returns to rehab. 48 days later, Darby's estranged sister Devon visits Darby to make amends.